Hello there and welcome. I'm Ole Brøgger, and if you're new here, I really hope I'll earn your subscription today. A while ago, Golden Mabel sent me these brushes, and I've been using them for about 4 months now, and they have not failed me at all. I have just put them through a lot, and now they sent me this, a painting handle, and I'm looking forward to this. I've always been using a wooden dowel with some adhesive tape on the top, and it has worked great. This one here is a bit thin, but that was for a kit, but these, they just work great. But I think on long painting sessions, they give me a strain in my hand and they are not that easy to use. And then I got this, and I really love this painting handle here. This is from Redgrass, and I can operate it with one hand and it just works great, but I think it's a bit too small for my big hands. I get less strain with this one and I am quite happy, and I almost use it all the time at the moment. And now I got this handle from Golden Mabel, and I really hope it will live up to my expectations. And like the brushes, I was not disappointed, and I really hope that I won't get disappointed about this. This should be made for people with big hands, and it should have great support. So let's test it out and let's get started. This is a very nice package. There's a lot of info here on the side and even on the back. It will just raise my expectations. Okay, let's see what's inside this box. We got a manual. I usually don't read manuals, but this actually seems to have some nice pictures inside. Package contents: 1 handle, 1 steel support, 5 plates and 1 big plate. Assembly and use, usage tips, and some safety and how to clean it. Well, now I have read the manual. Let's see what's inside this box. And again, very nice packaging. And look at that color on that wood. Oh, this is nice. I like this a lot. It just fits right into my hand. And then we got magnetic plates. And very easy to rotate. I think I'm gonna like this. We also got a big plate for some large miniatures. And it just fits right here on the bottom. And still, even if it's turned around, I got a nice and firm grip on this. This will give me a lot of control. I really like this. And then we got the steel support. I have never used that before, and I think this is going to be great. It has 3 different positions, and I just have to figure out what's the best for me. But this is nice. I didn't even know I needed that. And then we got the big plate, and there should be 5 of the small plates in here. It would be nice if there were 10, but 5, that'll do. I think the big plate can be used at the same time, just to put it here on the table. It will give it a lot more balance, and it's not that comfortable to hold it, but when it's sitting on the table, I think it's all right. But let's start painting a miniature. I also got some of this tacky stuff so it can hold down the miniature on the plate. I'll just put this chunk here, and then we just need to see if it can hold down a miniature. This one is very tiny and it is very light, so I think this will work. This is the only miniature out of about 30 miniatures I painted to get ready for my session last week for my campaign. I already gave it one pass of some brush on primer, but then she broke off her base and I found another base that I found more suitable and glued it on that. But I think it still needs a second coat of brush on primer. These 3 goat hair dry brushes came with the same set as the 4 miniature brushes. And while we wait for the brush on primer to dry, I will test out something that I have engraved with my laser engraver. And why not make a dry brush palette? I'll just use some white paint and then we can see what image will appear here on this palette. I usually just use a paper towel or a cloth to wipe off the paint before I'm dry brushing a model, but I thought it could be fun now that I have a very fancy laser engraver from Hansmaker to make this dry brush palette. I don't know if I'm gonna use it in the future, but I thought it was just a fun project to make. And the engraving isn't that deep, but I still think this works pretty good. It can wipe off the paint, and then you can put what's left of it on your model. She has a very pale skin and she will need a yellow goldish dress. I will start painting a bright skin color, and this is actually nice using this steel support on this handle. But let me tell you a bit more about this character. This character, or NPC, isn't that important for the campaign. She's quite irrelevant, but I still think she deserves to be painted. She's wife to the town's mayor, Oliver Lofty. She comes from the rich merchant city of Kingtill, where money means everything. She grew up surrounded by luxury. And even now, in her 40s, she looks like someone who's never been told no. Her hair is always styled in fancy curls with jewels and gold pins. And clothes are the most expensive silks and velvets you can imagine. Well, her mother is the king's cousin. When she speaks, her voice is sharp and commanding, as she expects everyone to listen. Even though she rarely says anything important, she loves to show off with big gestures and dramatic moods, and she's almost always followed by attendants carrying perfumes and fans. But here's the thing, Serafina isn't smart, patient, or wise. She doesn't care about ruling or making good decisions. Her opinions are blunt, her tastes are over the top, and she has no tolerance for things that she doesn't like. That's why her intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores are so low. She's not clever, not thoughtful, and not very good at winning people over with her genuine charm. Still, she has influence. Her family's wealth and trade connection give her power in the city. She knows to use gossip, fashion, and flattery to get her way among the upper class. She loves jewels, titles, and attention more than anything, and that often puts her in odd situations and loud arguments with her husband Oliver, who's more serious and focused on governing. Their marriage isn't about love, it's about politics. Oliver tolerates her behavior because of the alliance with the Kingtill's elite. But behind closed doors, their relationship is full of exhaustion, careful diplomacy, and a ton of arguments. This painting handle, it's just awesome. I really love it. And I actually never knew that I was going to need a support. And it just gives me less strain, and I really love it. And this is the first handle I've ever tried. I haven't used many, to be honest, but This is the first that actually feels like it fits into my hand. The wooden dowels I've used earlier was great, and that's what I've been using all the time. But now this will be one of my favorite tools. Lady Serafina here is now ready to enter the table. She was actually there, but she looked like a ghost since she wasn't painted. I have this rule that unpainted miniatures doesn't belong on the table, but I made an exception because she has a bit funny part in my campaign. But this is it for now. If you already haven't done it, hit that subscribe button. And if you want a handle like this, I'll leave a link with an affiliate code for 15% if you want to buy one for yourself. And you can also use that code if you buy the brushes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.